All right, guys, we're back, man. I don't know what happened there. Apparently, I don't know. Apparently, something happened, guys. I apologize for that. So let me get the stream back up and running here. Well, it looks like we're back now. So I don't know what happened, man. It dropped me for some kind of way, for some reason. You know, things like that happen from time to time, man. When I'm on Wi-Fi, you know, generally my Wi-Fi is strong as well, but it's just, I don't know, man. It's just a little tricky when you're trying to use the Elgato and stuff like that. It's usually better for me to be hardwired. So let me see what's going on here. I believe I'm back. Yeah, it looks like I'm back now. So and new guys. So let me change the title here just a bit, so it doesn't confuse people. Let's put part 2.
Coaches came away impressed with his level of effort. The bench press is a good test of endurance, and he showed his ability to perform at a high level.
Looks like we're back, so hopefully everything is back to where it needs to be.
He'll have an immediate impact on the team.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
All right, so what we gonna get next, guys? I think what we're going to do next, maybe left tackle. Maybe left tackle. How does somebody dislike the video already? You people are crazy, man. Y'all people are crazy. Some people, man, anything they see that says Madden, they just ready to dislike it. This stream hasn't been going longer than 2 minutes, and it's a dislike already. You people are crazy, man. D-line, not too bad. Let's see. I do need a D tackle though. So let me show y'all the roster. And this roster is going through some changes, boy. Y'all can imagine, you know, being in season 5. You know what I mean? So let me show y'all what the D line looking like. You know, we still got Hayward, but the backups ain't that great. Still got Tuitt, and as you can see there, you know, the overalls are starting to decline. Well, Tuitt is on the way up. Hayward is going down, you know, a bit, but you know, they still very productive. D tackle, you know, Hargrave is at a 76. I can get him up. I'm very, very sure I could do that because he came in the game rated low. Linebackers, my boy Allred is a monster. This is my guy. He'll be my 3rd year starter. He was a rookie. There's Shazier. Middle linebacker, I need some help as well, so I'm going to be looking for that. Right linebacker is good. Still got Dupree behind him. This guy's more productive than Dupree. And cornerback position, you know, definitely needs some assistance there, but these guys are strong as far as, you know, the coverage. You know, I got Artie at an 85 and an 85, got Golson at 80 and a 90. So I'm definitely going to increase that. I got my man Jonathan Lane here. Look at his zone coverage, 90. So I could use some help there as well. Free safety, this is my stud from last year. My draft pick, my number 1 pick. He's an 85 overall. Strong safety, we got Sean Davis there. And both of these guys are pretty legit. 81 overall. Davis's zone coverage is better, but I got to get these guys up. So that's how we're looking. Yeah, I definitely need some run stuffers. Absolutely.
Not many linebackers in this league garner that type of attention, making him a special talent.
Yeah, definitely. I would love for them to draft Obi. Definitely would love for them to draft Obi. I just don't know if they're going to go that early with him, man. I think Obi could be gone by the 2nd round, maybe 3rd. I don't know if the Steelers are willing to go that early, you know, with the safety, but we'll see. Oh, we got 2 dislikes now. That's what's up. I can show you XP. I'm not sure where it's at, but let's take a look. There it is. There you go. Few changes. I'm sorry for you guys who got cut off earlier, man. I don't know what that was about. The stream just dropped on me. Just dropped on me.
Let's hear more about him from Adam.
He was credited with having one of the biggest plays in college football this season. Late in the game, he picked off the quarterback and ran the entire field to score the game-winning touchdown.
All these storylines, man, but it really is, to me, again, I think it's insignificant. Doesn't really amount to much. Yeah, TJ Watt's probably gonna be out there.
Has to be pretty happy with this pick.
Yo, everybody from my watch list is gone, except for one guy. Wow. So let's look at left tackle. This is the best available right now. 5th round talent. Not too bad though. I mean, I don't know if I want to spend a 2nd round on him, but not too bad. But look at, everybody's gone. Everybody is gone that, you know, I don't necessarily need a right tackle. Look at the D tackles. My goodness. Where's the strength at? Pursuit, hit power, and tackle. Projected 7th round. It's a tough situation here. But see, this is what I don't understand though. And y'all tell me, you guys who play the game, this is what I don't get, right?
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Look at this. Why is it saying he's 2nd round, right?
Are now on the clock.
Which I'm assuming that's for the projection. But then how come right now it's saying he's 7th round talent? But why is he projected to go in the 2nd round? No, I don't understand that. Just like this guy. Why is he projected to go in, you know, projected mid 2nd rounder, but he's 5th round talent? I don't understand that. So if I choose him, they're gonna tell me that I reached, and I don't like that. It just doesn't seem to be, you know, consistent. You know what I mean? Just my opinion, but I just don't think that is very consistent. Yeah, it's crazy, man. All of my dudes are gone. I had like 20 people on there on my watch list. How crazy is that? I had a rack of people on my list, man. Projected. See, look at all these guys who are projected 2nd round. I don't understand why. See, like this guy. He's not even. They don't even have him going. They got him undrafted. He's undrafted talent, but he's a late 2nd rounder. I don't understand it. So I wish there was some rhyme or reason to that. I'm gonna have to ask John White about that. But to me, that makes no sense. And see, this is a guy that I might keep an eye on. You know, his speed is not too bad. He's the 3rd fastest middle linebacker. I run a lot of zone. So this is a guy I might have to grab. And see, I try to draft people, man, based on the metrics, what it's saying, but we all know in Madden it doesn't necessarily translate like that. Because of their all-around grade. All right, guys. So who should we run with, man? Let's see. This guy's 35th in reps. I might have to grab that middle linebacker. Or this corner. 4-5 speed coverage. I'm gonna grab that linebacker, man. I know they're gonna tell me I reached, but what the heck?
The Titans are now on the clock.
What the heck? See, it's speed. Speed is pretty good, and that's what I need. I need that speed in the middle. It's a 66 overall, but we're gonna build that up. Pursuit is at 81. His tackle is at 89. Block shed is 73. So we'll be able to build all that up. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. You know, they always gonna tell you that you reached. They're always gonna tell you that every time. But it's what you make it. It's how you build these guys. Because again, man, if you look at the XP sliders, let's see what we got. Yeah, 150. I'll be able to get him where I need him to be. And he's not the starter right now anyway. But actually, again, you take a look at it though. Remember, my middle linebacker core is pretty weak. So if we go and look at the roster again, look at the depth chart. Let me show you. See? Now him and Burton, they compete. Look, 83. His tackle is 85. See, he's a better player so far. But look, he's a 66. See what I'm saying? His block shed. So I think that's a good player that I can develop. Good player I could develop. I have it plugged into my monitor. So I don't have it plugged right directly into the controller, but mine does work in the controller. The only thing that happens in the controller is if I record a video, there's like a little hum in the background when I use these. Other than that, it worked fine. So if you're not recording footage, if you just want to play, I can plug it right into the controller and it works perfect. No problems at all. So it does work, but that's the only catch to it is if I have it plugged into the controller with these headphones, it's like a little hum sound that would be in my in the audio when I record the video, which is weird. But what's good, man? You said they're trying to simulate draft bust, so if someone doesn't scout the player and takes them at their projected spot, they get a bust. Oh, okay, I get that. I don't know if I like that though, because here's the reason why. It's been times where I have scouted the player, right? I've scouted him, and they still will tell me that this guy is. Cause look, let's go back. It's just like this first guy I showed you guys. Let's go look at people that I scouted. Right? So like this guy. I scouted him. And they saying he's projected to be a mid-second rounder. But he's 5th round talent. So if I pick this dude, they're going to tell me I reached. And based on what you said, Lex, in that case, that don't make sense. You feel what I'm saying? Like I get it. I understand what they're trying to do. Makes perfect sense. But I mean it makes perfect sense in the sense of they want to replicate draft bust, but at the same time, that ain't the best way to do it, in my opinion. That ain't the best way to do it, because if that's the case, then we need to see the same situation. We need to see situations where it's a good pick, and it's a guy who is projected to go at this round or that round, and he goes exactly where he needs to go, and it's a good pick. Or in a case where, like they told me, that quarterback got picked up, right? I got him lower than what he was projected. So it needs to be the same situation in that case. It needs to be, he could be a bust. So I don't want him to just try to simulate it by doing it that way and not do it the other way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that. You say, yeah, basically, if you didn't scout him, then you'd find out that you reached. But you did scout, so you know beforehand that you were going to get a reach mess. No, I get it. But what I'm saying is I still don't understand the projection. I don't understand how the correlation between the projection and his true talent. Because even though I did scout him. So I'm just saying I don't like the way they replicate that. Because where are the projections coming from? To me, you would think the projection would be very close to the actual talent. Like, think about when Mayock and Kuiper and all these guys do their projections. You know, they'll say, oh, this guy he's probably second round talent. You know, I expect for him to go in the second round. Or it'd be times like with these quarterbacks this year, it's a couple of those guys that they're saying, well, he's probably not a first rounder, but I expect him to go in the first round. I can see that. But how could he be a projection for the second round and don't go until the fifth? You know, he's a fifth round talent. Like, I don't like that. The problem is with the scouting system, in my opinion, it's too finite. Yeah, it's definitely too finite. Everyone gets the same scouting info. Should depend on scout. You absolutely look. Man, we're thinking right out of the same mind right now. This game, and that's the thing. It's so much. I said it earlier, man. I don't know if you were on the first stream that dropped off, but it's so many things that is missing from the draft process, period, that doesn't correlate to the field. You know, like I said that on the first stream, I was saying, this game has to get to a point where it's really mimicking the NFL. You know, there should be some sense of pro days and combine and some sense of you having scouts that you have to hire. I always use the example of NCAA football. The way you had to pitch guys and scout, and think about games like 2K8 with not all pro, but college hoops. How you had to have different staff. You have to do that. That has to be a part of the process. So whether we can play the combine or play the pro days, whatever, however you want to implement it, it has to be some part of the game. It has to be there in some capacity and make these things translate on the field. So like you said, let's say I don't send my scouts to a certain guy. I don't get as much information. I can't have a meeting with him. I can't have a dinner with him. Or you guys know how I always talk about my Steelers, how they do a lot of drafting from pre-draft visits. There's none of that in Madden. You see what I'm saying? It needs to be levels to it. It shouldn't just be, like you said, everybody basically gets the same scouting info. And that's why you see all these guys go off the board, because everybody knows the same stuff. So imagine if I scout a guy less than you do, you know a little more. You might feel good about taking him in the first. Where I'm like, nah, I'll wait till the second or third. There's none of that in this game, man. Let's see. Go back downstairs. Okay. Oh yeah, they're throwing out the crazy projections in an attempt to throw people off. Trying to simulate a Ryan Leaf situation. Projected top 2 wasn't worth the 7th round pick in the end. Okay, that makes, and I understand that. I just want to see them do that in a different way. Didn't old Maddens have it to where you could hire different scouting? I believe so. I want to say the PS2 days. Scouting team, training group, head coach, OC, DC, even special teams coach. Yes, man. All had importance. And I lost my place right there. Oops. All had importance on certain attributes. Buccaneer says, MLB The Show has a much more diverse scouting system. Each team has different scouts that are better or worse than their counterparts. Each scout has a ratings for different positions. We need that. Lex says, and you can scout different parts of the world at certain times in the MLB. There you go. Also, like Madden used to actually give you the pros and cons. Yes, I remember this stuff, man. They had this stuff. Now we all know why, you know, but it don't make it more. It don't make it better. You know, I understand what happened. It realistically, the conversion from PS2 to 360 is what created this massacre that we are still trying to overcome. You know, somebody got the bright idea that they wanted to rebuild everything, and we saw where that got them. So now we're faced with a situation, and I'm glad people like Rex has come out and stated this. Now they're in a situation where there's so many legacy things and legacy problems, whether it's gameplay or modes and stuff like that, that they have to go back and clean up at the same time. They got to create new things. It's a tough situation, and that's the truth of it. That's the reason why y'all always hear us say, "Yeah, it's gonna take some time." Not just because we are trying to give them a pass, but we know, like, we've actually had these conversations, and they're like, "Oh, it will take X amount of time before we can even get to that because of this." So it's tough situation, man. Minnie Jordan was popping, man. Exactly. You can send your scouts to find players that have the strengths that you're looking for. That's football. That's any sport. That ain't just football. That's any sport that we watch on TV. That's what they do. You know what I mean? I know all of us are following our favorite football team right now, and tomorrow we're going to hear all of these stories about how they scouted this player. As much as y'all hear me talk about the Steelers, and I've been keeping track of every pre-draft visit, I'm actually aware of some of the Steelers scouts. I don't know them all, because some of these guys are just there's no way for you to know. But I know some of these people because I'm involved in as far as being immersed in that process and understanding the team. You need that in Madden. Come on, man. You need all of that stuff. I always say, to me, CFM is it's more about the immersion off the field that shows itself on the field, that makes franchise mode. That's how you build a championship squad, and this, that, and the third. Like the thing they advertise, take your team all the way. That's where it comes from. It's all of that off-field stuff, off-season, during the week stuff, training, and all of these different things. That's what makes franchise mode so enjoyable. Like, imagine if you played as a GM right now was as deep as like a Madden 05. Come on, man. Or was as deep as head coach 09. Come on, man. We would all be so involved. Like, you would barely be able to play another game if you were a football fan, because it'd be so much stuff to do. But on top of that, one thing we can't forget, gameplay has to go hand in hand with CFM. Because all of the stuff, guys, that we talk about, let's be real, all of the stuff we ask for, all of the stuff we're saying that should be there, it don't matter if the gameplay ain't up to par. It don't matter. And that point is just smoke and mirrors. It's placebo. If the gameplay doesn't support it, what's the point? So that's why I'm so adamant about gameplay first. You know what I'm saying? Michael Butler says Frostbite is the future of EA. Yeah, it is. I mean, you heard the executives. You've heard the executive guys say that basically 2 years in a row now. Even in last year's call, they said that seems to be the way they want to go, as far as their total business. So, no secret there. And there's a lot of benefits with that, man. I mean, you just look at the different games at EA that, benefit from Frostbite. Like, there's so much. Oh, we on the clock. Let's see what we got. There's so much, man, to that system that, like, to even try to go into the things that it does, it's hard for me to even explain, because I'm not, I'm not that well versed in it. But I think it's definitely going to be a beneficial thing. It will definitely be a beneficial thing for the company, as a whole. Let's see. Late fourth rounder. He'll probably still be there. Let's grab this kid. This was somebody I had my eye on, and I scouted him. Not that fast, but I don't need him to be. Go ahead and grab this kid.
The Titans are now on the clock.
Good pick. That's what I like. I like that. My man got an 86 speed, 82 acceleration, 89 trucking, 91 stiff arm. This is going to be my short yardage guy, opposite Le'Veon Bell. Because if you take a look at my backup situation, right now I definitely needed a running back.
The Titans are now on the clock.
Absolutely needed a running back. Let me show you guys the roster. Let's see. This is all we got. That's all we got. So we still got Bell. You know, he's off the charts with everything. So to have that boy behind him, that's gonna be a nice little 1-2 punch. And we ain't worrying about that overall. We'll get him situated.
The Chiefs
All right, so we gonna see if I can get my fourth round to come fourth round. George St. Pierre. I think the progression system needs to get back to how it used to be. Also, no random XP points, but you progress your team and individual players through practice, training camp, and in-game performance. Dude, I don't know how many times you guys might have heard me say that. I say this to, John White and those guys that do CFM all the time. I want my players to progress based on performance, even practice. I want a situation in CFM where, let me just ask you, in the real world, right? In the real world, how often do you hear coaches say he had a great week of practice? He did some things in practice, we're going to promote him. Practice squad guys. Think about your favorite teams. How many times have you seen your team bring a guy from the practice squad that's showing promise, and he plays, and he gets better with experience? That's how it works. Now, granted, I do understand it's a video game. I understand you got to have some type of component of XP or them accruing points and things like that. I get it. But the method in which you mentioned, George, that's how I feel. It needs to be things like game performance, practice, how aware they are, because, again, here's another thing that I want. Chemistry. This is something I talked about a couple years ago. And it's funny because one of the devs there, we had this conversation, but unfortunately, that wasn't something they were ready to do. But I need chemistry in CFM as well. I'll give you an example. Now we're talking about practice, right? Let's say your starting receiver goes down, right? You got this rookie that you have to put in his place, or even a guy that doesn't play that often. But let's just say rookie to make it even sweeter. And let's just say you neglected to practice. Let's say you only practice with your 1 and 2s. You didn't practice with this guy because you ain't expecting to have to use him.
The Texans.
Not only does he not progress the same way, but now he gets in the game, and because he hasn't practiced, there's no chemistry with the quarterback. There might not even be chemistry with the cadence. There's no chemistry as far as timing. So let's say you at the line and you call a hot route. I would love to see it where this dude can't even run it because he don't know the play. He hasn't practiced. Now that's some next level stuff, but a guy like me would love a CFM like that. That's that involved. See what I'm saying? So many ideas, man. I got so many ideas when it comes to that kind of stuff. Do you think career mode should be like FIFA, but being able to create a player? Y'all see what your boy Raheem said? Man, go shoot yourself, dog. Yeah, but
the Browns are now on the
I don't know how to answer that. I guess, yeah. And I like the way that story is because it's different. It's not, it's a little different from what we got with NBA 2K, which is good too. Only thing I don't really like about the 2K one is everybody's running the same story. And most of these story modes are like that, even Journey. But I like the fact that being able to create a player and take him through the journey would be better for me. So, I guess in the perfect world, in my opinion, for Madden, I would like, if a career mode comes in Madden, I would like it to be maybe a combination of what 2K did and what FIFA did with the journey, and allow you to be able to create your guy. That would definitely be the way I'd want to see it go. Yeah, that's pretty. That's listen. Let me drop some jewels on y'all real quick. I never understand men commenting about other men in terms of what they look like and all of that stuff. Cause let's take it in proper context. So let's just suppose that is your opinion. Oh, Sam, you ugly. Da 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 da. What difference does it make to you?
The Colts are now on the clock.
What? Why is that even an importance to you that you got to acknowledge that? And I would feel the same way if you came in and said, "Oh man, you're handsome." I would say the same thing. Like, well, why is that important to you? But primarily, it's always the negativity. You know, I always see guys in chats on various different platforms, you know, talking about how ugly somebody is or how fat they are, how skinny they are, and this and that. Why does it matter to you? I don't get that.
The Bears
You know, grown men don't act like that. I mean, I could care less what some guy looks like, how he dressed and all that. I ain't got that's no business of mine. So you would never hear me like point that out. Now, we all make jokes when we see certain outfits, you know, like let's say Russell Westbrook. We'll be like, wow, that's a little strange. But that's it. You don't hear me going on and on and on about it or tweeting him saying, hey man, your outfit's ugly. Like, it's pretty stupid. So I'm just, you know, take it from an OG, man. Stop being stupid.
The 49ers are now on the
Grow up.
The Jaguars
These picks are going real fast now.
are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock.
He was locked up in Rikers.
The Panthers.
Yo, nephew, crazy boy. All right, let's see what we got, y'all. Oh, he's there. He's there. We're gonna have to grab him. And watch the Panthers are grabbing right in front of me. It's always good, man, when you can get guys that you scouted. It's always good. It just always feels good when that happens. Yeah, that's just crazy, man. You know, normally I don't address stuff like that, but sometimes I feel like I have to, you know. Why not?
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Dimitri Sewell. Let's see, man. Let's look you over one more time. Broad jump, he's third. You don't expect him to be that fast in the 40. You don't expect him to have a tremendous high vertical. Shuttle, he was fourth. And 3-cone, he was fifth. Now that tells me he has some quickness to it. Bench press, eighth, so he's pretty strong. Not the strongest. So yeah, I think we're gonna take him, man. His pursuit is a B-, C+ tackle, C hit power. This is somebody we can work with. We need D tackle depth, so let's go ahead and do it. And they're telling me I reached. See, I don't get that, man. I don't get this one, right? I don't get it saying he's ranked 140 in true talent and you drafted him at 119. But it said that he was gonna go in the 4th round. There's not, let me see, just to get my math correct. There's not 21 picks after mine. So how is he going to be a 4th round true talent? You see, this thing is just off, man. But it is what it is. You know, this is just another area of the game that they have to, you know, they truly have to nail it down. But let's see what we got, man. So he is a 85 strength, which is good. Tackle 77, that's mid. Block shed is 71. We got to work on that. Power move 73. Work on that. Doesn't have any speed, but come on, he's a D tackle. Acceleration is at 80. Pursuit at 82. Stamina 81. Agility 75. And there's his, you know, his 3-cone and his shuttle. So he is a big hitter, predictable player, balanced penalty bias. Dimitri Sewell is number 91 ranked defensive tackle in the league based on his overall, putting him in the top 44% of defensive tackles. All right, and he's going to be a backup, so we're not worried about that. You groom these guys.
The Lions are now on the clock.
All right, so let's see what we got. What else we got on that draft board, man? Is there anybody else that we may have scouted that is set to go in the 5th through 7th? I don't think so. I think everybody else is
to the combine overweight.
Let me take a look. I think everybody else, guys, is undrafted guys. Well, here's a couple 6th round. I'll probably grab one of these guys if they're there. Maybe this guy. Y'all see why? Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait and see if he's there. Let's wait and see if he's there, man, before I show that. But there's something that I saw in him as to why I might want to take him. What up, Todd? Still a nation. I see you have the draft going on. I love it now. That's why I play offline CFM. I need that love. Yeah, man, I'm just, so many things I would like to see them do much better, man. Joy said, in the 6th and 7th round, I just spend my picks on speedy guys and put them on special teams. It's a pretty good strategy right there. Take it from a real OG, like Sim said. Let's be men and have fun. Yeah, man, I mean, these cats is crazy out here. But, I ain't seen him say anything else, so I guess he learned his lesson. But, yeah. But I'm going to show y'all, there was a guy right there. That was a 5th round. True talent. I hope he's still there when my pick comes around. Like I said, I don't want to leave it up because, and there's probably somebody already in here from, the league that's looking at your picks. But there's a reason why there's a certain guy I might snag if he's there.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
These picks are flying now. It's 11 o'clock, little man. It's bedtime. You know that?
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
I don't know how it is that you're still up. This can't happen. But yeah, man, this draft is going pretty fast now, guys. So we'll be wrapping up here in just a moment. Trent Pink, love watching you, Sim. Can't wait for you to make it big one day. Man, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. And I hear that. It's funny, man. I really do appreciate that because I hear people say that. I hear a lot of people actually say that. And to be honest with you, man, I feel like... Oh, hold on one second. Huh?
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Give you a hug.
The Seahawks.
All right, we going night-night?
The Saints are now
but what I was saying, man, is it's always good to hear that on this level, not really being that big, because to me, I feel like that's genuine. And I'm pretty sure it is. It's the reason why you said it, but I think it's much more genuine when you hear that, when you are at a lower space versus when you way up there. Because when you way up there, of course, you're going to get people that's just saying that. You know what I'm saying? It's much easier to decipher when you're small. It's just like, y'all know I like to use scenarios with men and women. It's just like the scenario when they say whether you're man or woman, because this could apply for both. When you don't have money, if you don't really have no bread like that, like you're not rich, that's when the real come out. That's why, like, you meet a girl on the come up. Let's say you about to be an athlete or whatever, you celebrity, whatever, and you knew her from way back when. Usually that's some real situation. Whereas if you make it big doing something, you a celebrity or a ball player, entertainer, whatever, it's harder for you to decipher what's real and what's not, because you don't know if they just trying to be with you because of who you are, the money you have, etc., etc. So I know that example is a little bit different, but it's the same thing how I feel about YouTube and all of that, man. So I really believe when you guys say that. That's why I tell you I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? Really appreciate that. Let's see if my man is still there. He is. Yes, sir.
The Titans are now on the clock.
Good pick. Good pick. Now let me show you why I picked him. Let's go take a look. Hold on. Is it still up there? Oh, you can't still see his thing, but we'll go look at the drafted guys. And finally, they gave me some love again, and they told me it was a good pick. So here's why I picked him, guys. What I saw is he had his bench press.
The Packers
He
are
was
now on
like
the clock.
number 2 or number 3 or something like that. It was very, very a low number, meaning it was high. You know, because I think it said he was a number 3 or number 2, which let me know that he had a little strength, right? And they said he was a man corner. So that's why I was like, this could be a good pick. He's man to man. His agility is 87. His press is 76. That ain't too bad, you know, coming out of the draft, being a 5th round guy. And let's see, where's his strength at? Do they show it? Nah, they're not showing me his strength. That's all right. But that's why I picked him. Look at his traits. He's clutch. Balanced ball tendency, balanced penalty. And it said clutch. My man is clutch. He has the clutch trait. That's a good pick right there. So this says Marquise Heath is the 232nd ranked cornerback in the league based on his overall rating, putting him in the top 58% of cornerbacks. So we gonna get that press together. Speed ain't too much, but you know what that tells me. This is probably gonna be a guy that I can work inside. It's probably not gonna be a guy on the outside. Acceleration 86, agility 87, zone coverage 75. Again, this is somebody that I definitely want to have working in the inside. You know, because I do a lot of combination coverages and things like that. That's a solid pick. Jumping 88. That's another good attribute. Of course, we got to get that awareness up. And once you do that, guys, you get the awareness up. That's generally when you're going to start seeing that overall creep up. So, yeah. What talent are you looking for? I pretty much got it, man. I needed, well, there is one other spot I need. Let me see if it's still out
The
there.
Giants are now on the clock.
There's one
The
guy.
Lions are now on the clock.
Impact blocking is terrible, but I definitely need a left tackle that I can work on. If not, I might have to look in free agency. Not worrying about fullback because I use the tight end as a fullback a lot, or I may pick up a guy in free agency after the draft. But we're okay right now. I mean, our quarterback is a C+, obviously, because we lost Big Ben. We did draft a guy in the first round that has some pretty decent measurables. We're good at running back. Receiver, we're good. Tight end, so-so. Left guard is so-so. Center, I ain't worrying about that too much. But I know we're going to have to replace Pouncey soon. Right tackle as well is C+. So we're pretty average in a lot of spots. Defensively, you know, we're doing a lot better. Middle linebacker, we were a C. Hopefully that goes up. D tackle, we were at a C. And I just grabbed one. And a couple of those guys, I'm definitely not going to keep. I'm going to build in some other areas because we got 5 of them already. I'm not going to keep all of those guys. Both ends are pretty solid with a B minus grade. And same thing with safety and strong safety. B minus and, B. Corner is a C plus because, again, guys are not rated that high as far as overalls and things like that, but we'll work on that. Got a lot of XP points with a lot of these guys that just haven't spent yet. So we'll be all right there. What are you guys saying? I played a cat online and I lost. He started going in with that now. Yeah.
Are now on the clock.
Yeah. Yeah, people are crazy, man. Their round thing is messed up. Absolutely it is. What would you like to see improved about getting free agents online CFM?
Now on the clock.
Man, that
The Buccaneers.
I'm always going to run with my same thing. They need to have a system like NCAA had
Browns are now on the clock.
with pitching recruits and scouting recruits. They need to transform that system or that
The Jets
thought
are now on
process
the clock.
into Madden
The
for
Rams
free
are now on
agency
the clock.
and or draft prospects. That's it right
The
there.
Bengals are now on the
You
clock.
need to be able to pitch these guys, meet with these guys, and tell them why they need to, why you want to sign with Pittsburgh. And look, we got a powerful offense. We are a Super Bowl contender, et cetera, et cetera. Things like that. If you a warm weather team, maybe you can sell them on that. If you're a dome team, You know, if you the Cowboys, maybe you can tell them, listen, we are America's team. Or the Patriots, you can say, look, we win. You know what I mean? You need all of that stuff. And like I said, man, the blueprint was in NCAA. NCAA had the blueprint. Take the idea from there, put it in Madden and CFM, and that's what you get. Because it needs to be more of a bidding war. It needs to be people, you know, vying for that player. You know, think about the whole fiasco with Dante Hightower. How many people he went to meet with and then ended up going back to the Patriots. And all of these free agents. You know, have meetings with them and dinner and stuff like that. And, you know, have it to where you can push them. And maybe if you got them, you know, they, you know, virtually they say they're in your building. Maybe you can push them. And if you push them too far, you turn them off. Or you might push them enough to where they want to sign. All of that, man. Need all of that. Gotta roll. All right, Neff. No doubt, man. I'm about to be done anyway, man. As soon as we get through these, you know, I'm done for the night. Got the Giants in the Super Bowl, so I have to wait and see what I can get. Whether I win or lose, you know, I have to. Yeah, man. Got to get that quarterback. I had to, too, man. Going into the 5th season, Ben was going to cost too much, and he's old now. You know, his ratings were still pretty high, but it's like I'm not going to spend that kind of money. You know, I try to treat this thing like the real deal. I couldn't pay him $15 million for 1 year. Can't do it. Yep. So we had 8 likes, guys. Y'all know, man, that my theme now when I stream is try to get double-digit likes. You know, I know it's very small for to say 10 when you got people who stream that be like, hey, if we get to 4,000 likes. But yeah, man, let's try to get to 10 likes, man. Try to get me to double-digit likes for the day before we wrap up. Let's see where we're going to go here in the 6th round based on who we scouted. Everybody's gone. Okay. So based on who's available. We need to look for... I don't even see one. Yeah, there's one, but he's a 7th round. Shuttle 2nd. Bench press 36? Nah. We're not going that route. So let's see. Best available. We don't need a strong safety. Maybe another D tackle. He's a run stuffer. He's not that strong. First and vertical jump. It's not that strong, though. Let me see what the right tackle is working with. 21st. Strength. Maybe another cornerback? Nah. Let's take another. Where is it? Let's take the left tackle. Or another receiver. Let's take a linebacker.
The Titans are now on the
Good pick. Good pick. End up finding a good guy. 86 speed. 76 tackle. 78 hit power. 75 finesse move. That's key. He's already at a 75. We can work on that. He's a prototypical linebacker here. 6'5", 226. So he's going to be more of a lean guy.
The 49ers are now
Let's see what all of his things look like here. They say he's ranked 100 left outside linebacker in the league based on his overall, putting him in the top 54%. All right, he has a balanced linebacker style, conservative play ball, big hitter, high motor, disciplined penalty. Okay. Not that strong yet. Awareness is not there, man coverage, zone coverage, it's all right. We can work on all that, but the key is that 86 speed again. Remember, a lot of times, you know, I like to, you know, I play zone in certain situations and I do combo coverage, and a lot of time I need my linebackers to be in zone. That's pretty good right there. And also his finesse moves. So, and he could be another pass rusher potentially once I build him up. So that was a solid pick right there. Block shedding, we definitely got to get that up. But, I mean, we talking about the 6th round. Oh yeah, we got Martavis back, man. That's all I'm worried about. When you have a good player that is about to retire, just draft another guy at the position or get a free agent. That way you'll have someone all ready to play when the dude retires. Yep, happens. And yeah, that's what you definitely should be doing. It does happen in real life. Or you could just release him and save the cap space. Yeah, that's typically what I did, pretty much. 9 likes now, maybe a Battlefield stream tomorrow. Oh, we at 11 now. Great. Yeah, maybe I will, man. Yeah, maybe. The draft is going to be going on, though. So if I stream tomorrow, it's going to be after the draft. You know we got Sim Standard, the podcast. So, but I actually did stream Battlefield. Was it last week? It wasn't that long ago. But yeah, I'll do a Battlefield stream next. That'll be the next thing on the agenda. It's a stream Battlefield. So look out for that. If not tomorrow, it won't happen until next week. I got a busy weekend. Got to go out of town. Got to go to New York. And yeah, I'm going to be busy Friday night. So probably won't happen. But maybe if tomorrow, after the first round, possibly can make that happen, or maybe later tonight. We'll see if I'm still around. We'll see. You hype for? You know what? I will say this about Call of Duty. I'm traditionally not a Call of Duty player. I haven't played Call of Duty in years because it just wasn't for me. I used to like Call of Duty back in the day. I liked Modern Warfare. That was like the time I was on Call of Duty. Battlefield has just become more of a shooter for me. But I will say this. I like the fact that they're going World War II. I like the fact that they're going back to boots on the ground in a real story instead of all that futuristic stuff. If I want futuristic, I'll play Titanfall 2. So that's going to be interesting, man. The story in Call of Duty might be cool. Not enough for me to buy it, but I will Redbox it. Play it, see how it flows, stream it, all of that. And if I like it, I'll get it. Because even though I always joke and I say I'm biased to Battlefield, that doesn't mean I wouldn't play Call of Duty. Just Call of Duty just hasn't been the game for me. So, we'll see. I'm feeling like I should draft one of these.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
One of these dudes, man. I need a left tackle. 79 strength, 78 run block, 72 pass block, 72 impact. Okay, we can work on that. All right, so that's the draft, man. That is the draft. And we'll see what happens after that. Have you seen the trailer? Yeah. That trailer looked good. I saw that earlier today. I meant to make a video. I meant to make a video about that today, but I didn't get to it. But that trailer looked pretty good, man. It did. And I'm very happy that they're going World War II, giving you some type of real story. I love that. Bringing it back to some reality. You know what I mean? And I think that was a direct result of Battlefield's World War I. Why wouldn't you? So that's going to be interesting, man. The story definitely looks good. The trailer looks good. But, Battlefield's trailer was dope. And in my opinion, the Battlefield 1 trailer was better than that. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna come down to how the game plays. That's where it lies for me. I mean, if that game, if it can have, like, the hit detection is on point and certain things like that, I'll give it a try. We'll see.
The Texans are now on the clock.
Oh yeah, he said I streamed Sunday. I knew it was sometime fairly recent. And Antonio Brown says, what do you want us to get in the first round tomorrow? It's a tough question, man. That's a very, very, very tough question because that's a tough one. We got to get a pass rusher. We absolutely got to get a pass rusher. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. And I would say first round, I would like that. It depends on what corner is there. We need 1 and 2 needs to be a corner and pass rusher. And no particular order depending on who's there. The way I feel, I think they're going to go T.J. Watt because I think T.J. Watt will probably be there if you expected a lot of these other guys to be gone. So if you're looking at it like that, if the draft goes the way that everybody expects based on projection, T.J. Watt is going to be the best option there at that time. However, some guys could fall. I've seen people like Charlie Casserly thinking that Riddick will fall to 30. Now, if Hassan Reddick is there, you take that chance and get Reddick. We look at the cornerback situation. Let's say most of these pass rushes are gone. And guys like Derek Rivers would probably fall to the second round. So let's say the cornerbacks are still out there. Like a Humphrey. Let's say Marlon Humphrey is still out there. You got to do that. It's a lot of different scenarios, man. Let's say the other kid, I can't remember his name. It's slipping my mind right now. The other corner for Ohio State, not Conley, the other cat. Is it Lattimore? Is that his name? Well, let's say somebody like that is there, which you don't expect him to be there. Like some of these top corners. I say if they fall to you, get them first, because then the classes are deep. Both pass rusher and corner is deep. Deep enough to where you can get a solid guy in the first and second round, even in the third round, because there's other corners that I want us to go after later, like Rasul Douglas, third round. But we'll see. But all right, guys, this is about to be it. I'll show you the how we finished up as far as the depth chart. Rearrange it a little bit so I can get certain guys on the field in preseason. So I want to get him out there. They actually picked us a fullback. But I think we have it to where it automatically fills the schedule for you. Fills your roster. So we got AB. Whedon's been getting off. Might put Eli Rogers in Whedon's spot and let Whedon be the fourth guy. I think I might do that. And let's see. Let me see if anything changed since. Yeah, because he had better route running. And Eli's a little faster. So we're going to switch that up. Left tackle. Terrible. Let's see what the defense is looking like. As far as the guys that I picked up. Alright, see, I got a whole bunch of these guys. And a lot of these guys are not going to make it. They're going to get cut or get put on the practice squad. But here's the guy we drafted. We'll get him worked out. My left linebacker situation. And that's the guy that we drafted there. No, it ain't. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. From Kent State. Middle linebacker, struggling. But we're going to get that worked out. Don't worry. We're going to fix all of that, guys. XP is going to take care of that. And cornerback situation is a little da-dun. But we're going to get that situated as well. So there you have it, guys. Appreciate you guys coming by to watch. Hopefully you guys are tuned in tomorrow for Sim Standard Podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern. Let me see what some of the last couple things you guys are saying before we go. Back to life, back to reality, yeah. Steelers got no chance in hell to beat my Patriots. Somebody's going to beat them, man. Honestly, to be honest, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Steelers fan. The Patriots, to me, are not unbeatable. Look at what the Seahawks was able to do in the regular season. They beat them. And what I'm saying is, I don't think the Patriots they're a great team, hands down. But that's what I'm saying is they are a beatable team. The Atlanta Falcons had a very good chance of beating them. A couple play calls here, a couple play calls there. If was a spliff, we could all say that. But let's be honest. They had the right game plan in the first half. I don't know what they did in the second half. So I will give the Patriots credit for coming back. It's Tom Brady and the boys. I knew that. But most people would say that the Atlanta Falcons could have very well won that game. And like I said, the Seattle Seahawks was able to win. So what I'm saying is I don't think that the Patriots are unbeatable. I think if the Steelers actually had better defense, that'd be a very solid matchup. Because offensively, even if you look at the game, Ben was able to move the ball. They was able to move the ball. It's just that they didn't always convert in the red zone, and then you're giving up so many points. It puts you in a situation where you have to pass. The run game wasn't there because Bell got hurt. So it's a lot of different things. But no doubt the Patriots is going to be the team to beat. But not for 1 minute will I say that they're unbeatable. I do not believe that. What else? All you need to do is man up and I'm telling you, man coverage and a solid pass rush will give the Patriots a problem. I mean, think about it. Think about how Denver was able to beat them that year. Denver had 2 outstanding pass rushes. They had great interior. They had great, linebackers when Trevathan was still there. They had shut down corners, pretty much. And there you go. That's the recipe. I mean, that's the recipe for any team, to be honest. But it's not impossible. Will the Steelers be able to do it? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But all right, guys, that's my time, man. I'm out of here. Appreciate you guys coming through. If you haven't already, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and sub as well. Cut on your notifications so you are aware when a new video is available, whether it's a stream or a video in general. And last but not least, guys, it'll never hurt you to hit that like button. Hope everybody enjoys the draft tomorrow. I'll be back streaming tomorrow, the Sim Standard Podcast during the draft. We'll be talking about that, as also some other things. I'm sure there will be some things that will come up during the show, but we got a few topics to discuss as well. So appreciate it, guys. Catch y'all later. Peace.